Welcome back, guys, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down here at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. Typically, we do a competition here of 5 rounds where boats take on and do battle with Haulover Inlet. But if you can't tell today, it's kind of a calm day out, and it really wasn't going to be much of a competition because we have an event going on as well, and we've got some of the baddest boats in the country coming through Haulover Inlet. I figure we might as well just go ahead and flip the script and do things just a little differently today, and so we're going to do that. This time, instead of boats doing battle with Haulover, we're going to let the boats do battle with themselves. So what we're going to do is try and determine which one of these vessels that comes through Haulover Inlet makes the best pass today. But in order to do that, we're going to need your help. That's right, we're going to let you guys pick our winner. So when you see the boat you think that has the best pass, go ahead and hit that like button and then leave a comment below letting us know which boat it is. Of course, we're going to see several MTIs like this coming through, so be a little specific if you see an MTI or something we see several of. Be sure to leave the color of your boat that you're selecting in your comment as well, so we make sure we get credit to the right one. Once we tally up all the boats, we'll let you guys know who won in the next episode of Boats vs. Haulover, and of course we'll highlight a few of you guys who voted in that episode as well. But let's go ahead and get this one going. Obviously, we've already had several runs come, and we've had several of these MTIs come running through here. These boats really are incredible. These things can top over 100 miles an hour, and they really are gorgeous to look at. And this one's a little different. This one's not an MTI. I believe this is a Spectra. I can't tell. If you guys can identify which cat this is in the comments below, that'd be awesome. That might have been an MTI still though. These MTIs are ever so popular. Typically when they do these events, these boats come out in groups and they base them by speed. And of course, these speed cats are usually one of the first groups to go. And these ones just look sharp, man. I've never actually been in one of these. I think I'd enjoy tripping it. I just don't know if I'd enjoy tripping it at 100 miles an hour. And here comes some of the center consoles. So I'm looking at the person in the neon green. Some reason I got a feeling some of you guys were looking somewhere else. I'm not sure why though. One of my favorites, the old Nortex coming through Haulover Inlet. These boats always look sharp when they're doing it. This could be a definite contestant for that first best pass of the day. I mean, he is cruising. And this is one of those, this is probably a little bit more seasoned veteran in our poker runs here. I'm not sure which boat this is. Let us know in the comments below. But definitely always like seeing some of these classics come through. Even though this really isn't a classic, but it's still, this is one of the older, probably more traditional boats from these poker runs from back in the 80s, maybe early 90s. And the Cigarette Tirana. Cigarette's beast of a boat comes rolling through. I really do like this boat. My only problem with it is it's too big. I know that's hard to say sometimes, but I can't imagine what I would actually do if I owned this boat. Still looks good, coming through Haulover every time though. And here we got another MTI rolling through. These things, I mean, they're just so crazy to watch to me. Just knowing that this boat can do 100 miles an hour is insane. Oh man, this fountain is getting the job done. This boat looks good coming into Haulover. I mean, this looks like it's an older fountain as well, and that thing is just hauling tail. And some of you will recognize this fella here. This is a founder of the Florida Powerboat Club. It's Project 1080. Got another Nortec, it appears. This one looks pretty sharp coming out as well. This is a Renegade 33 opening, I believe. And you know, actually, I usually like these Renegade boats, but maybe he just doesn't have it trimmed right, because I'm not as impressed as I normally would be with this boat coming through the inlet on this one. Especially on a day this calm. Is this a fountain? I'm going to label this one as a fountain with Wavy Boats, guys, but light it up in the comments below if you think this is something else. Fountain's kind of gone back to some of these crazy wild color schemes instead of being more of that traditional laid-back style boat, so it's not impossible. Another MTI, and this might be my favorite one that I've seen. I like the color scheme on this MTI, and the pass was okay. And these guys just got to be a little more cautious. They bounce around a little bit more. Oh, I really like this gray one that popped into the bottom of the screen. That was a sharp-looking boat. And here we got a Spectra. This is the first non-MTI speed cat we've seen come through. A little bit narrower beam. And this is a Donzi. Tell you what, if you guys haven't watched that movie Speed Kills, that's an interesting movie to go watch. Donzi just always reminds me of that now. Really will give you a description on how this kind of came about down here in South Florida. Got a good pass here. First Midnight Express we've featured in this video. These are popular coming through Haulover. My man's got some speed rolling too. Sometimes it's tough to tell how fast these boats are going, but when they really get close to the camera, as you can tell here, they're moving. This reminds me of the Donzi. Is this one a Donzi as well? It might be. It's funny, so I started, after watching Speed Kills, if you guys haven't seen that movie, I started looking back at some of these old ads, and they're so hilarious on some of these old boats like this, like for the older poker run boats. I mean, they were definitely marketed to one person, and that was a person who needed to move something quite fast offshore. And this, I believe, that same Midnight Express we saw come through earlier, coming back on the rear, pass out. This is the Florida Powerboats Club's winter poker run. But they've got a pretty solid turnout. Here we go. This is more my speed. I'm guessing this one's not with the poker run. We don't see a lot of these on those Florida Powerboat Club events, which is just surprising because this boat will keep up with a lot of those boats all day long. But I just don't think it's just not as flashy, but it's still it's a beast. And here we've had a, it looks like we've got a little bit of an engine trouble as they're coming back in. I like the paint job on this one though. Love the name, Out of Control. And here we've got a Scarab. Alright guys, let me know what your thoughts were and who you think was the winner on this day and who gave us the best pass. Probably not going to be the popular decision. I like the Freeman, but let me know in the comments below which one you think made it. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover. We'll go back to the traditional content next week. If you did, be sure to check out our other channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all this great footage down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And our newest channel, the Miami Boat Ramps channel, that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps around Miami. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.